Peeking at other people's trees. Should you or should you not? That is the question. And it's one that I have talked about a lot to different people. And sometimes people are like, no, I'm not going to look at anybody else's trees. And some people totally copy all the information from other people's trees. Is it okay to peek at family trees created by other people? Today we're going to talk just about that. I am Aimee Cross. I am here to take your genealogy to the next level, and solid practices about whether or not you want to peek at other people's trees or not is super important. Family trees are a great asset, but so many of them are wrong. So what do? How do we know whether or not we should even peek at the tree? And if we're going to peek, what do you need to look for? What are some really important things to think about when you're peeking at another person's family tree? Today, I'm also going to give you one of my little quick and dirty ways to kind of check information that makes a huge difference to me in verifying that I'm not going down the wrong place. All right, so what should you do when you run across a family tree that looks like it's your person? You might find them on Ancestry or MyHeritage or any of the websites. Or maybe you're looking at a collaborative tree like the Wiki tree or the FamilySearch tree where people are working together to combine the information. Should you just absolutely ignore all that information, or should you take a look at it? And if you do, what do you need to do to be careful? Because I'm telling you right now, a lot of those trees are wrong. So this is my advice. Yes, it's okay to peek, but please just peek. Don't copy. All right. Too often in Ancestry and other places, I see the sources as coming from other people's family trees. And then that makes me wonder, well, what do they know and what do they not know? So my rule of thumb, peek, but don't copy. And when you peek at a tree, I want you to be thinking about these things. I want you to look at the people in the tree. I want you to look at what sources they've attached to the people in that tree. And sometimes you may see sources that you didn't already have that could be a great help to you. I also want you to look at the gallery or the images that have been saved to that person, because there may be information there that you haven't seen. Can be super helpful. But when you're going to put people in your own tree, I want you to do it yourself. Never do the copy from the other tree. Never, 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 never. Okay? So what do? Prove it yourself. All right? How do you prove it yourself? You put that person manually into your tree, and then you start looking at sources and hints or other things. Or maybe you look at that before you put the person into your tree. I really don't care. Sometimes I like to test a person in my tree, because then the AI is so powerful now. It gives me records and other things that I may not have found otherwise, and it helps me more quickly identify some things. But, and this is a big but, the AI will also drive you down the wrong pathway, okay? So once you start putting that information in your tree, it's just gonna find more of the same, and that's where things go wrong all the time. So after you've peeked, I want you to start looking at that source information yourself and verifying that this is the right person. Now, I have other videos on how to do searches and how to look at these kinds of things, but I wanna give you one big hint, okay? To help you avoid not having the AI drive you down the wrong pathway and adopt somebody that is really not your guy, this is my little hack, all right? So what am I talking about driving you down the wrong way? I have an 1850 census for Thomas D. Harris, fairly common name. I have an 1860, 1870. You see, I have these various records. Well, what if there's another Thomas Harris that lived in a particular place, the place where my person lived, and I may have grabbed the wrong guy? How do I know that I haven't grabbed the wrong guy? If I go up here to search, this populates on Ancestry at least, but the other platforms are similar. This is kind of an Ancestry hack though. When I go into Ancestry and I look at the sources saved, you'll see that I have these sources already saved to my guy. And then one of the things that you don't know is that Ancestry will not show you another 1850 census. They think you found it. This little button right here, active. If you click on this, it shows that they're smart filtering you, which removes results already saved for this person. Meaning, if you have an 1850 census for Thomas D. Harris, they're not going to show you another one. And hints that you've already ignored, they're going to remove those, and they're going to show you results that almost never offer more discoveries beyond what you've already saved. Well, I'm sorry, I don't trust you. So you can take this off and make it inactive. Now it's going to redo the sources that I am seeing in my search results. And I'm going to see things that are already saved in my tree, like this Find a Grave. I've already got it saved. So I note that I have already got this here. And I've already seen the census records that I've already saved. How does this work for you? Let me show you. So this search has been populated by all the information that I already have for my guy, which I may need to change some of this, all right? I might need to remove some of it if I'm not sure, if I want to do more of a general check. But if I go down here now, I can filter by census and voter lists. And I want to filter my results now. I've taken off the Smart Search. It's inactive. And then I'm going to filter by census results. Let's say I want to see if there's another Thomas Harris in 1880. So I'm going to go to 1880, and then I want to go to the 1880 federal census. Now I can look and I can see all of the other Thomas Harrises that were born around the same time as my Thomas Harris. And I can use that to see, are there more candidates that Ancestry is not letting me see? Does this make sense to you? It makes a huge difference. Then I can check and see if I'm finding other people by the same name, then I might know, hey, I've got something here that I may need to be considering, and this may not be the right person. So peek at those other trees, but then do your own research to verify that the information that you may be seeing in those other trees is actually correct and you're not adopting the wrong guy. Now this video right over here is some other hints on how to better search on Ancestry so that you can do that hard work to make sure that you're grabbing the right people. Good luck. Have a great day.